Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Yeah.
All right, UFC Saudi Arabia coming up this weekend. We have a massive heavyweight bout. Russia versus Russia. Sergei Pavlovich versus Alexander Volkov. These guys train with each other.
Do they?
Yes. They didn't want to fight each other, I don't think. They train with each other.
It's just a gym spar, just live.
It's just like the UFC. Like, I know these guys are the top 5 guys in the world and all that.
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
4 and 6, right?
Yeah, 4 and 6. It's just, you know, you got.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, if you're the top guys in the world, you're gonna fight each other no matter what, right? It happens. But I think these guys, they're not a part of the same team, I don't believe. But I think in Russia they were training together, so they kind of understand
probably
each
cross-trained
other.
together a lot. Yeah.
So like they were friendly.
Yeah.
I believe that's why it took a while for this fight to get put together. There were like rumors and stuff, but then it took a while to get it signed. But I understandably that there's a reason why that happened. Now, let's get into
Pavlovich?
Sergei.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pavlovich.
His last fight was Aspinall. The Aspinall loss.
Yeah, man, that fight really, because before the Aspinall loss, just look at what he did.
Curtis Blades.
Yeah.
308. Tai Tuivasa, 54 seconds.
55 seconds.
55 seconds on Derek Lewis. 4 minutes and 3 seconds on Shamal.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Maurice Green.
Maurice Green, 2 minutes and 11.
It's all knockouts in the first round.
Yeah.
And then
Golm,
even the fight he lost, Overeem and Aspinall, both of those are knockouts in the first round.
Yeah.
All right, so like he had built this aura around him.
He hasn't seen a second round.
Ever.
No, ever.
Yeah. Everything's first round. No, he's gone to decision.
Wait,
once.
where?
No, twice.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
He's gone to decision twice.
Okay, up until, I didn't see those
3
two.
times. He's gone to decision 3 times. But none of the fights, either they go first round or they are decision.
Yo, his stats are 15 wins by KO, 2 losses by KO, and 3 decisions.
He, like the way he was like disintegrating people leading up to the title fight against Aspinall, it was just incredible. Like we all believed that Aspinall didn't really have a chance.
He has the Thanos touch, man.
Yeah. But Aspinall went in there and showed like speed kills. And Aspinall is much faster.
Yeah.
Has power as well. And was ready and went in there and took out Spivak, right? Pavlovich.
Pavlovich, yeah.
Pavlovich is 6-2 in the UFC. His only losses are to Overeem when he debuted and Aspinall. But other than that, he's just destroyed people.
Oh, God.
And yeah, he's a fun guy to watch. You know what I mean? A guy that's just like, just a big bruiser.
He's barely made it past the 3rd minute. And you know what I mean? After Overeem.
Exactly. It's just, he has the death touch.
Yeah.
Right? And
Insane.
more than probably anybody. You know what I mean? Like more than anybody in that heavyweight division, he probably has the death touch more than anybody. Him and Derek Lewis are probably neck and neck in the most power, right?
Well, and he's been around for a much shorter time than Lewis.
Yeah.
So I think that's just gonna.
Well, you got Lewis has the knockout record. So
Yeah.
you got to put him in that list.
Of
right?
course.
Volkov on the other side, he's 35 years old, 3-fight win streak at the moment.
Much more experienced.
Yeah, way more experienced, right? He was the Bellator champion. Really, really tall, man. Like what is he? 6'7", massive for the division. Well, 6'7" is not massive, but he's much taller than a lot of guys, right?
Yeah.
11-4 in the UFC. Wins over Tuivasa, Romanov, Rosenstrike, Marcin Tybura, Overeem, Walt Harris. So he's fought the best of the best, and he's beaten the best of the best, and he's knocked out.
Verdum.
Yeah, Verdum.
Nelson. Really, really interesting record but he's lost to Lewis, Blades, Gane, and Aspinall in the UFC. I mean, all top guys, right?
Top guys.
Yeah.
Like this dude, he's shown that he can even submit people. He submitted,
With an Ezekiel.
yeah, which is just like
This is like
wild.
unheard of.
Yeah, that's wild to me, right? Especially as a heavyweight.
A Nogi Ezekiel in the UFC.
Who's the other guy, the Russian that is known for that? Damn, I forgot his name. But anyways, yeah, he has the kickboxing style, and he kind of fights really upright and tall. And this is going to be a striking battle. It's not a secret. These guys are not going to wrestle each other.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you're going to go blow for blow, like in a striking battle, I'm going to take Pavlovich.
Yeah, it's hard to I mean, look, Volkov has 24 wins by KO, and 4 submission victories, 9 decisions. So you can't say that he doesn't also have a death touch, but it takes him longer. These knockouts that he's getting are round 2 knockouts from what it looks like. Round 3.
Yeah, they're all like, he's a technician.
Yeah.
It's wild that he's a technician in the heavyweight division, but he is. Like, he's one of the more technical strikers. He uses his kicks.
Yeah.
He uses his distance, his reach. He uses everything that he can in his arsenal to
What's interesting too is even the submission victories that he has, they're all different submissions.
Yeah, he's not, dude.
You know what I mean?
Super skilled. Like,
so
he's a kickboxer, but he's well rounded.
Yeah, he's a like you said, technician. He knows his stuff.
Dude, he was picking apart Derek Lewis until he
10
seconds left.
Yeah,
and then he got caught with the overhand. That's what I'm saying. Like, that is what the fight's gonna look like.
I think so.
It's gonna be Pavlovich looking for the death touch, and Volkov being a technician on the feet.
Yeah.
And Pavlovich, and it's gonna be more insightful. It's gonna be more interesting because they've trained together, they sparred each other, so they kind of understand their movement and their their so-called weaknesses or certain angles, right? Certain positions that they're not very good at.
Yeah.
And that's where the interesting part of the fight lies. And who's gonna be able to touch who first?
Do we know what Pavlovich's ground looks like?
No, but he comes from a wrestling background, I believe.
Yeah. Well,
Which is crazy,
that's
right?
all. Yeah. Yeah.
He's basically a heavyweight wrestler boxer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys like that out there. Not even just heavyweight, just in general in the in the MMA, because the guys that come from wrestling, a lot of them, they don't have that hip dexterity, so they kind of like the boxing better because they could box, and then it's easier to kind of like transition from boxing to wrestling,
they
right?
can have a lower stance as well, a wider stance,
and they could like sit on their shots a little bit better. I think that's Pavlovich's style. But I'm gonna go with Pavlovich. I think he lands on Volkov because Volkov he's too upright, and that
the
Derek
height,
Lewis.
The height actually like plays a factor in that. Yeah, I mean Pavlovich could just land. Yeah, it's hard to go against Pavlovich just with the way that he's been disintegrating people and everything. There is a part of me that would love to see Volkov actually get him down, or try to show a little bit of the grappling just to even negate the striking, the power. But I don't know. Maybe we see, first time in the UFC that Pavlovich goes to the second round.
Yeah, Pavlovich, Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah.
Which is his foundation, which means like, I'm just going to say it right now. Volkov has no chance of taking him down.
Yeah.
Because Volkov is much taller.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's going to dip in like a wrestler and just like, he's not going to DC.
No.
DC was what, 5'10" heavyweight, which is like, of course he's going to be able to take people down, right? He has the background and he has the height advantage.
Yeah.
Which is like weird to say that you have the height advantage because you're shorter. But I think in wrestling, that is an advantage.
Yeah,
right?
you have the base advantage. Yeah.
So like if Volkov was trying to take him down, he would have to press him against
It's
the
not
fence
gonna happen.
and then get like double underhooks to kind of like maybe
and it's
trip
not
him.
even his style.
It's not even his style,
Like,
right? And I think Pavlovich,
yeah, it's
he
not
gets in
gonna
that
happen.
and he's just like, oh, isn't Greco-Roman the one that's like upper body?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're not gonna win.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win that.
I see. And Shay has put me in Greco-Roman
Yeah,
hell
you're not
enough times.
once he gets the double unders, Pavlovich is gonna be like, you really want to do this?
You really want to do this?
Yeah, you probably will talk to him. He's like, we've been in this position.
Yeah,
In training.
So what? Pavlovich is gonna win, in my opinion. I think it's gonna be a knockout. I want to see it. I'm hopeful that Volkov is enough of a technician that it goes to the second round.
I don't think so. I think Volkov, he does his thing, but then Pavlovich, he comes back from losses really well.
Yeah.
You know, he's only lost twice, and each time he's lost. Well, he's only lost twice. The first time he lost, he came back, got the knockout in 1 minute.
Yeah, he came back and decided to disintegrate
he just
everyone.
dominoed everybody after that. He's like, oh, you're the next domino. Poof.
He
Right?
lost, and then he decided to get the Infinity Stones.
Exactly. Just knock a couple years off everybody's life that
man.
he faced off against. Because
No,
some of those
thank you.
shots, dude, they're like, you feel like bad for the guy that's getting punched. Right? So can Volkov take that pounding? That's what she said. I don't know. I think Sergei goes in there and does his thing.
Yeah.
From what I heard, like in Vegas from like other fighters, I heard Pavlovich is like one of the nicest dudes too. Like people, they call him they compare him to like the Coca-Cola bear. You know the Coca-Cola bear
If
for
the
Christmas?
if the bear just randomly would swipe at people and knock them out in a punch.
Exactly. So that's his new nickname we're gonna give him, the Coca-Cola bear.
All right. Well, I give it to him. I'm gonna say Volkov gets it to the second.
Okay, second round.
Yeah.
I say it's gonna be first round. It's gonna be first round mayhem, and Sergei's gonna just be hungry and headhunting, and that could work against him, man. I think he's gonna come in headhunting. And it could work against him because Volkov is much more of a technician than he is. But you know what I mean? In heavyweights, man, there's not many guys that are technicians that are gonna, you know, it just doesn't happen that way. So let's go with Sergei. Get that knockout, get the bonus, and get yourself back into title contention because I think a lot of people forgot about him because of John Jones and Stipe and Tom Aspinall. People kind of like brushed him off now.
It's crazy.
Lost,
Yeah.
right?
It's like guy loses twice to two very high level opponents and he gets forgotten. It's like insane to me.
Prove us right, Sergei, aka Coca-Cola Bear.
Coca-Cola bear.
We see ya.
We got you.